Though he had been ever present throughout the crisis of the realms, from Liu Kang's first victory to the return of the Dragon King, he had remained hidden from sight, waiting for his moment to come. This is the Chameleon Story. Now, Chameleon first hit the scene in the Sega Genesis SNES versions of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but it wasn't his official debut. Reason being is because you needed a Game Genie or a Pro Action Replay in order to even get Chameleon. Just one calendar year later though, on October 10th, 1996, Midway Games released the second and final update to Mortal Kombat 3 Mortal Kombat Trilogy. The roster was pretty sizable, with Chameleon officially debuting as a secret character. Now here's where everything gets tricky. Now, the male version of Chameleon that uses a C in his name was on PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and PC versions of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. But Chameleon, who uses a K in her name, she was in the Nintendo 64 versions and was a completely different character from the male version. Due to Chameleon not really having a storyline or a game ending, we know very little about him, or pretty much nothing at all. And the only thing we really get that's of significance is when you beat Mortal Kombat Trilogy and he's referred to as Shao Kahn's deadliest warrior. That's pretty much it. That's all we get. Though his origins is still unknown, a lot of people place him in the Saurian race with Reptile and the female Chameleon, seeing as they both have the name Chameleon and they share similar features. Enter October 9th, 2006, Mortal Kombat Armageddon released with their biggest roster, and this time fans can choose between either Chameleons. This time he was finally given a backstory, even though it was vague, stating that he was present throughout the events dating back to Liu Kang's victory in the first Mortal Kombat tournament, and that he was hidden in the shadows biding his time watching the events unfold. That's basically like what we get from him. In the Battle of Armageddon, Chameleon fights for the forces of darkness and he meets his expiration date like most of the other fighters. But as for the female Chameleon, after her N64 debut on Mortal Kombat Trilogy, she was described as the last female of the Saurian race, who were deleted and driven out of Earthrealm from a great war. Now, Chameleon spent a great bit of time looking for Reptile's ass in an attempt to restore their race, and you know what I'm talking about, boy. She wanted him to smash some cheeks, yeah, feel me. Although he did remain unaware of her and focused on serving Shao Kahn's stank ass, after finally catching up to him and explaining how Shao Kahn is the responsible one for their race being extinct in the first place, Reptile refused to believe it, of course, and chose to turn against her instead. Now, after failing to terminate Shao Kahn's ass, Chameleon wandered the realms strategizing a way to strike back. During the events of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Chameleon learned about the battles that would occur in Edenia and the power that would be given to the victor. With Shao Kahn's stank ass also seeking that same damn power, Chameleon wants to claim the power for herself so she can get revenge on his ass and his followers for destroying her race. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. This bitch want her get back, you feel me? She's like, nigga, her circle back about to be strong. Now sadly, the Battle of Armageddon, after joining the Forces of Light, she did, like her counterparts, meet the same expiration date and fail like almost everybody else. And that right there is the Chameleon story.